Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of the Safari Pedal Show. I'm your host, Abby. If this is your first time here, welcome to the Wild Safari Podcast Zoo Crazy Thing bandwagon. It's great to have you. Today is a very exciting day for a plethora of reasons. Moment of appreciation, please, for the use of the word plethora. I just impressed myself very much. I am really pumped and excited for today's guest because not only is she an amazing producer, artist, songwriter, and content creator in her own right, we actually, fun fact, went to audio school together and we're in the same class. Nitzan Taragan is going to be on the show, and we're going to really be, I feel like it's more of a catch-up than a diving in, but we are going to be diving in also, so it's like a diving catch-up, diving in. You get the gist. We're going to be diving in and catching up on how things have been going since audio school, what her audio journey has been like. I'm just really excited to reunion and catch up and discuss, so I feel like there's not many more things I can add to this intro. So guys, please give a very, very warm safari welcome to Nitzan Taragan.
Hi, everyone.
Yo, yo, yo.
Oh, my God.
Oh, my God. The one and only.
Yeah, that's me.
I feel like we need to say before like this episode continues at all that we know each other from somewhere.
Yeah.
So
We know each other.
we got a whole lot of history, reference, One Direction intended, y'all. See what I did? So genius. Okay. Anywho, Nitzan and I went to audio school together. Fun fact, we were in the same class. It slayed.
Yeah.
We made beats. We had fun.
We were the best in the class.
Yeah.
Just saying.
We were. I think that we were the best personally. So,
Me too.
yeah, it's hard being better than everyone.
It's very hard, but that's our life, Abby. That's what we do. We can't just be like
No,
less good than what we are.
it's true. Anywho, we're better than all of you. Kidding. But before we kick off today's episode, let's start with who you are, what you do, and we'll take it from there.
Okay, so I'm Itan. I'm 23 years old. I'm a singer. I started from just singing, and then I started working on my songs. I released an EP 2 years ago, and that was the moment I felt like the next level for me in music is to learn how to produce my own songs. Because I felt like I know how to imagine everything I want, but I don't have the ability to just do it on the computer because I don't know how to use Ableton or any other, like a program. Yeah. I didn't know how to use them. Then when I started doing it, it opened a new world for me. So that's what I do now. I produce my songs. I'm working on an album that I'm producing to myself, which is, I'm saying it and I'm surprised while I'm saying it. And I think that the more I'm working on my songs, I learn about myself that maybe I want to be a producer for other people, even just to do that. And it's very exciting for me. What else?
Well, that's first of all, like, I want to clap again for your self-produced album. That's incredible. I'm really excited to hear it. I'm waiting to stream it.
Oh my God, I'm so excited for it. Like it was my dream for years. And it was so far like in my imagination. And then it just going closer and closer, and I'm very excited.
Because you're an artist and a producer, which are two big things, and you create content, like, how has that been for you, pushing your music and your production out there and like marketing yourself in that way?
It's stressful. Let's start with stressful. The more I make content, the more I'm stressful about it, to be honest, because I feel like you need to, like, people, not really because I don't have fans or something, but people are waiting for you to give them the motivation or the good energy that you have. And it's true about me. Like, I have that energy and I know it, but I feel like 2 days, maybe 3 days that I don't make really something or not uploading everything. So people are like, what happened to you? Are you okay? So it's very hard for me sometimes. But how I do everything, I feel like every morning that I wake up, maybe I wake up like differently. So sometimes I just want to do only content like all day, and sometimes I wake up and I don't want to see the camera. I just want to make music, not getting out of my room. And the other day I have no ideas. I just want to be very like on the producer side and take songs that are already created and just make them better maybe. I feel like because I do a lot of things, maybe I don't have the pressure to be perfect in everything, just to do like to balance my energy really.
I love that. It's really wise. And also like that you also create ways to de-stress by spreading out like the things you do, like the content and producing and writing. That's really, really wise. I also wanted to ask you, like, we really haven't I don't think ever discussed it, especially not since I Need to Laugh at Your Stanley Cup. Guys, this is getting edited into the video. Nitzan has fallen to the dark side and bought a Stanley Cup.
I always fall for trends. I'm sorry. If it's a trend, I do it. That's me.
It's for the content.
Yeah, for the pictures, for the Instagram.
That just reminds me, I need to just throw in a quick story of I was in an elevator. I was in LA with my aunt in an elevator, and a girl walks in with a Stanley Cup, and we were both like side eye, like
Bombastic side
eye. And she was like, I had it before it became trendy. I'm not like the rest of those girls.
No, so I'm not lying. I just bought it because I saw it everywhere and it was trendy. That's it. But I can say that it's very useful because it's very big. It's in the size of my head.
It's bigger than your head. That's crazy.
Yeah.
We really haven't gotten to properly sit or I don't think ever talk about it, and not since school, like. Mm-hmm. And in addition to you doing like so many cool things, like how has starting out been for you? Like doing all these things, but like getting like the feel for the music industry. How has that whole story life been going?
But for me, it was a little bit different because I stayed in the audio school. I started working there. You know it, but I'm telling the audience. And I started working there, and I never feel like I've done learning since then, because I always meet new people and I always talk to musicians like every day, and I learn a lot. I learn a lot from it. I think even more than the school as it was like the classes. I think I learn more now when I work there. I think that this year that we had since we finished school was life-changing for me, and I'm trying to do it not dramatic, but I changed my whole perspective about music. I think I started music just from watching Hannah Montana and wanting to be a pop star, and that's what I always wanted, and I felt like I was running for it in every every way I could. I just did everything. I learned how to play the guitar for a few classes, and then I did everything but little from everything, like just a little bit playing the guitar and just a little bit singing. I always feel like I have this sprint that I'm running very fast, and then I like want to stop, and now I feel like I'm walking in a very long road and not stopping, and I think that's what was my year, like just walking.
No, listen, that's super wise. Like the fact that, especially at such an early stage in our careers, that you're able to like make the switch from I need to like burn myself out to like make this happen now, instead of wait, if I kind of see this more as a marathon, I can take time and learn and make mistakes.
Yeah.
And all of that. So I think that's really wise. You have a lot of wise things to say.
Thank you.
Philosopher Nitzan.
Yeah. Not everyone knows it about me.
Yeah.
I'm the fun one, usually.
She's secretly a philosopher.
I was very stressed out from everything because I really wanted to make it happen now. I want to be the best, but now, very fast. I always looked for the fast way to do something, and not like, I never felt like I'm taking the time to think what music I want to make and what people I want to work with. Like, just taking my time and do it like more in a healthy way, because I wanna go and grab and get all my goals, but I want to stay like healthy and not like lose my mind. That's what I'm doing now. I feel like I have more questions than answers right now. Like, if you ask me last year, what do you want to do and how do you want to do it, I will have like an answer in 1 second. And now I think about it. I don't really know. I don't really know specifically what music I want to make, and I don't really know how to get there. And I feel like it can be hard if I'm really stressed out about it, but it can be very like refreshing to be open-minded and to look for answers with like open mind.
It's like so, I don't know, it's so nice to like get to see people with like really kind of healthy mindsets, and like it does feel like like it's easy to burn yourself out in music, especially because nowadays it's like you can't just do the one thing. You also have to be good at social media and be good at marketing and have an aesthetic and be likable and be
Yeah.
able to handle the business. So I really appreciate your outlook, and it really is inspiring me. It's like such a good reminder to like lower the levels a
We're
little bit.
so young. We are so young, Gabby.
Even
We
though my
just-
back hurts all the time, so I feel old.
I think I started thinking that way when I understood that I have two options. I have this option to like do everything very, very fast and maybe get to my goals in a very like young age, 1 or 2 years. But then I understood, no, maybe I will live with the fact that I got my goals in 10 years, but I did it and I had fun in my way. And even if I won't get to my goals, so I will live with the fact that I all my life I just did things that I love to do, and that's it.
I'm very into the healthy mindset revolution of the
Yeah,
revolution, like anti burnout. I had a whole chat with my mom about it. Actually, she said, especially in the music industry, she said like you and your friends who are also starting out in music, like you have all these dreams of things you want to accomplish. She said, but oftentimes you can forget that when you get to where you want to be, if it happens tomorrow, you're still going to have problems and you're still going to have issues and relationship problems and maybe money problems. And she said, like, those things like are part of life and they never change. So
yeah,
I really love what you said about like taking it as a marathon and not just putting more pressure on yourself. Because even if like you woke up tomorrow and had all that you wanted in music, we'd still have like real life. And I feel like that's forgotten.
I agree.
Moms are always right.
Yeah, moms maybe.
What does
My
your mom say?
Oh, this is another.
Oh,
No, I love my parents. They're the coolest ever. They're in vacation now, okay, in Cyprus. They're like teens when they're the best couple ever, okay? I love them. But they don't really like the fact I'm doing music.
ooh.
Yeah, and my parents are very honest with me. I can say that when I was younger, they even told me, my dad told me a few times, "You're not the best singer." He said it to me. And I feel like I there was times that I felt like I'm doing everything, all of this, just to convince them I'm good enough. Really, I had a moment that I just understood. Maybe I just need to like stop sending them things when I'm singing, or stop sending them when I release a new song, just to stop thinking about what they're thinking about it, because it doesn't matter. But I think that the more I grow up, they understand that it will not change. It's not just a girl, like a teen girl dream. I'm a woman now. I know it looks like I'm 16, but I'm a woman now.
She could show you her ID if you don't believe her.
I can make my own decisions. But yeah, I think it really affected me because I always pushed myself to the edge with working just to convince them, look, I'm working hard on it, so I'm good enough for it. And sometimes I think it was my motivation, and I don't know if it's healthy, but it made me do things and it made me work hard. So maybe it was good for certain reasons. I don't know.
Yeah, I think it's one of those things that like the dark moments that like make the journey.
Yeah.
And also like has you like I'll say it again in case everyone forgot, Nitzan works at a studio where we went to audio school. So she has like a big girl job in a very big studio in the music industry. So like has you working in the studio and like being a part of the audio school kind of help them calm down that like you have a stable job that allows you to create?
Yeah, they're happy I'm not like working in a restaurant like what I did before, like all the musicians do. Almost everyone. Um so I think it helped a little bit. But I don't know if they're like they just moved on from it. I think that Friday, it's 2 days from now, and we will sit, and they will still ask me. So, what are you when you're studying, learning something in like in the university or something? Like I got used to it. I don't know.
I think like first of all, I applaud you for sticking with your gut and your passion, and like tell me how you feel like since we both are, you know, like in different things in music, but like that's our kind of full-time job. Like I can't imagine waking up and going to work unhappy and being miserable. Like I used to work hot fact coming in hot. I used to work at a coffee chain called and
Aroma.
aroma and be in the kitchen and flip eggs and be covered in grease. And I would wake up every day and I loved my boss, loved the people I work with, but like you wake up and you want to die a little bit.
Just a little
It's
bit.
like, oh my God, 8 hours, 8 hours. And then it's like you count down the minutes and like, I don't know, like, how do you feel about like, I can't imagine being miserable every day.
I agree. I think that I have this huge fire for music, and they always like looked at it and they said, "Oh my God, you're so like so talented, and you want to work hard for something, and you're working very hard. But why would you change? Why would just change what you're working hard for to something else? You know what I mean? Like go to do computer things or like I don't know things be a doctor or something."
So, to kind of like sum up everything we spoke about, I always love to ask our amazing guest, hashtag Nitzan Taragan, the amazing, to drop a piece of either advice or something that you want to say. It doesn't have to be tied to anything we discussed, just to drop something to the people, the Safari Pedals, Studio Animal viewers.
I think I will come back to something that I already said. That just remember you started everything just because you liked it first, just because it was your dream. And I think that when we get into it and when we make it something that we work in, sometimes we forgot it. Sometimes we have so many things to do and so many stress, and then we forgot that it started with our dream when we were like I don't know 12 or even 20. Sometimes come back to it. Come back to what you started with. Like I personally like to open karaoke in YouTube and just sit in my room singing. I think it reminds me why I started everything. So I think that's my advice. I don't know if it's very unique, but
That was amazing. And I think like this episode, like you dropped so many good, important reminders. And I think that like, well, I feel very inspired from this episode. And I think it's also going to inspire people starting out and also people that may have been doing this for a long time. And like suddenly you reminded them, wait, why did I even start this career to begin
yeah.
with? So I really appreciate everything you said. And guys, I'm going to link all of Nitzan's links, socials, music, everything down below. So show some love. Follow Nitzan. She has, by the way, she does a coffee of the day reel. Like, y'all don't know what good content is until you get to the coffee of the day.
Wow. So many compliments. I don't know what to do with myself.
It's like, I don't know who said complimenting was important, but
No, it's okay. It's okay.
but yeah, I definitely tune in, and heck yeah.
Thank you. I think I also needed it, like, to talk about things. Sometimes I think about everything that I said, but sometimes to say it feels different. So I'm really happy.
I feel like this was therapy more than it was.
I'm motivated. Like, I want to write song right now.